And there it is, everybody! Our overly complicated mess of nonsense. How are you guys doing? This is Reese, or Brushiette Cub, and take a look at what's behind me here. Oh my goodness! So I thought I had this thing turned off, and when I was outside, it was just mining away, or not mining, extracting more and more lava. Now we're full, and I don't know what to do with it all. I had to break the thing to make sure it wouldn't pump anymore. It's stuck in the pipe. I guess I need to add more tanks to the system. I don't know, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous, but that's not what we're looking at today. Today we're looking at this system because you guys pointed out some obvious flaws that went right over my head. That we're going to have to fix this because, as many of you know, as I know, I just didn't think of, ores can't be condensed. They have to be turned into either dusts or way down upon the Swanee River. What was I saying? Dusts or bars. And before they can actually be converted to EMC. So right now we just have ores that aren't being converted into anything. And they're just sitting in the chest. And we're going to fix that by adding a macerator to the line. So does anybody remember how to build one of those? Because I sure as heck don't. Let's see, macerator. There we go. So we're going to need a machine block, an electronic circuit. Let me build that real fast. There we go, one macerator out of the way. And I did do some converting to get a few of the materials, but as you guys know, I don't really care. It's not a big deal because it's all legitimately obtained EMC, right? I've had this EMC from the beginning. It's not like I just made it grow out of thin air. I brought it with me from the factory. So it's not really cheating. Just keep telling myself that. Now we need to build one other device, one device that I think will be very cool. You guys ought to like it. We're going to make a special kind of generator. So let's get that in there because I forgot what it's called. We're going to make an engine generator LV, low voltage. Now, this is really cool. So you guys know the energy link up here will convert our EUs into, what does these machines use? I think they're like MJs. I think that's what it is. So that's what that does. This does it the other direction. So it goes from like the engine power into the EMC. So that'll be really cool. Let's see what we need to build one of those. We're just going to go low voltage because we don't have any, not overclockers, transformers. So for this, we're going to need some gold, a redstone engine, and a low-voltage transformer. Now, the low-voltage transformer, pretty simple. Let's go ahead and make one of those. And since I've never made one of these before, I'm going to do it all while you guys watch. So this will be cool. This will be really cool. Where's the copper? Where is the copper? Doesn't look like we actually have any copper. That's fine. Here's what we'll do. I think I saw some dust, some copper dust there. Watch me. We will make more copper dust. Actually, no, we don't need to do that. We'll go over here. We will make a copper bar. Just one. That's all we need. There we go. You hear the machine over there resupplying. Put that in here. Not in here, no. Put that in here. And look, we have copper. Amazing. It's magical. And you know what? I used to be worried we'd run out of EMC if I used the Klein Star, but it doesn't look like we're going to. The main reason I wasn't using it is because I wanted to have it for the tools. But so far, it seems to be going pretty well. So let's see. We'll take that. We're going to need some more. Where is the rubber? Where art thou, rubber? We've got 6 rubber, which is just enough for what we need to do. We need to make some more cables. So that's what we're going to do first, in case I didn't make that clear. Boom. Copper cables. Now what comes next in the okay, we'll need more copper and 4 pieces of wood. I can make this in my sleep. Look, I'm making it without even referencing the... Oh, crud, I forgot. That's right. Yeah, see, you guys know me by now. You know how forgetful I am. There we go. So we've got the transformer. Next up is we're going to need 4 gold, which, yep, we've got that in here already. We got the redstone. We're going to need an iron gear and a redstone engine. So iron gear is going to need a couple sticks. Did I say iron gear or was it a stone gear? It is an iron gear. So 1 gear. We're going to need some cobblestone. So I think I used the last of our cobblestone. I've been pouring a lot of cobblestone back into the system here. Oh no. Cobblestone isn't showing up. There's got to be more in here someplace. No. No, I must have saved some cobblestone. I didn't. Oh, well, this is crazy. I haven't had to go gather cobblestone in eons. Okay. It's all good. It's only getting dark. We'll be fine. No, wait. Yeah, it is getting dark. For a second there, it looked like the moon was setting, but I was like, no, it's the wrong direction for the moon to set. What's going on here? There we go. That should do. And we'll just condense it, because that's how we roll. There we go. Iron gear. Okay. And let's pull back up that recipe. We're going to need a piston, which I can never remember how to build. I'm really bad at building pistons because I always forget how you do it. But I think that I'm getting better, though, because I remembered most of it. Now we're going to need a wooden engine, which is going to be... I think a piece of glass goes in here. I think it goes right here. And then maybe some wood and some redstone. No, I didn't think that was going to be it. I'll be honest with you. No, there's no redstone involved. We will need some wooden gears, though. All of that was right, except for I needed wooden gears. Oh, dude. Dude. That was so close. So close. It's too late now, though. There we go. Piece of glass. Pieces of wood there. All right, so we got that. Let's get this recipe. We're going to need 4 gold. And all the corners. Some redstone. A gear. And a low voltage transformer. We'll create our engine generator. What? Look at that, guys. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be fantastic. All right, let's grab some more of our pipes. No, wait. We don't need no more tanks. We're good with tanks. What we need is some of our current conductive. There we go, conductive pipes. And it's dark, but you know we like taking risks. So let's go take a risk. And I wonder if I'm going to need I might need to create a bat box real fast. I know it's not really necessary, but it might just be useful to have one. So we're going to need some batteries. And I can remember how to make batteries. We'll need 3 batteries. So I think I can remember how to make batteries. There we go. 2. And then I had 1. Oh, it's right there. Okay, great. So we got that. And then we just need, boom. I remember the first time I made a bat box, I felt so accomplished. I felt like I'd really done something with my life. Now it's just like, simple recipe. Could make it, you know, from the get-go. That was one of my really early episodes, too, in Season 1. Oh, and by the way, a lot of you guys seem to be having trouble finding some of the episodes. So I'm going to start adding a link to the show in the description of the videos. But the easiest way to find the different episodes is to go to youtube.com/show/tekkit with Reese. And again, I'll put that link in the description of this video and possibly go back and add it to others. But that'll take you right to the show page where you can find all the episodes listed by season. It's really simple. Okay, and you know what? We do need regular pipes. I should have thought about that. And you know what else we're going to need is a diamond pipe. Oh, dear. Oh, what a lousy shot that guy is. What we need to do is add a back door so we can get in here easier. We're going to need a diamond sorting pipe. Just a diamond sorting pipe. There's several pipes we could use. That's going to be the simplest, though. Okay. Now let's see. How do you make a diamond sorting pipe? Is it just pipe? Maybe it's not called a diamond pipe at all. Maybe it's called a sorting pipe, no? Let's just look for pipes and see what we come up with. Diamond sorting. Oh, transport, of course. Obviously. So a couple of diamonds. Piece of glass. That should handle it, I believe. And I think that should be everything. That should do it. We're gonna need no. We're gonna need another wooden engine. See, I'm glad I'm thinking of this stuff. I'm glad I came back here now instead of having to worry about all this later. I just made a wooden engine. I know how to do it. It's pistons. See if I can remember this recipe. Where's the cobblestone? Oh, I already did that, so we need iron. Right? Piston. Some glass. Oh, wait, no. Need some gears. There we go. So it's gears, piston, glass, wood. Oh, yeah, baby. And while we're here, we might as well make some more levers. Although I don't have any sticks. Make 2. No, I think we only need 1. But it never hurts to be prepared, people. Make that the mantra of your life. Be prepared for the chance of a lifetime Be prepared for sensational news. A shining new era is tiptoeing nearer. If you guys can name the movie in the comments, I won't be that impressed because it's a pretty popular movie, but I will be somewhat impressed. All right, so this is what I'm sure everybody knows what this pipe does, but oh, fidge stickle. I forgot I need more transport pipes. Let me go grab those real fast. Okay, and we're back. And let's get these pipes. So this is a sorting pipe. You put what you want up here to go where, and it goes there. Did that make any sense at all? Let's get this out. I don't think that made any sense at all. Let me go ahead and explain it like this. When I put this thing in, let's say, what direction is this coming out at? Let's attach a pipe. I say, let's attach a pipe. I say, what is wrong with these pipes? I say, let's attach a pipe. Oh. What? Why will you not work? Okay. So we want the ores to come out through yellow. So what we'll do is we'll put this in yellow. And now when iron goes through it, it'll go through yellow. It'll be fantastic. And yellow will take it to our macerator. Now I know what you're thinking. Reese, hold on a second. If there's two different ores, one of them is just going to drop out of the ground. Yes, I did consider that, but here's what I also considered. This thing isn't moving that fast, and the odds of it picking up two different ores before one of them can get macerated and pumped out is fairly slim. I don't think it's going to happen. We might go ahead and build an upgrade to make this thing run faster, just in case, but I mean, in all honesty, do you guys really see that happening? I don't really see that happening. And also, does this pipe need to run into the top? It might need to run into the top. I didn't think about that. Well, on the off chance it does, we need this to be coming out of white. And then everything else will get pumped out of it into the chest. Whoa, dude, you're pretty persistent. How'd you get up here? Very persistent little grief. Just die. Alright, so that's all hooked up, so it'll pump into there. We need a wooden engine down here, along with a lever to pipe items out. So that'll be great. Now we just have to get power to the thing. Oh, we'll need a wooden transport pipe. Yes, I did remember to grab that. There we go. So that'll work. Now we just have to power the thing, which means we're going to have to put our bat box and our engine generator. We're going to have to set these up. So let's just connect it all together. No, I need that facing upward, actually. Which means I'm going to have to go... Ah, gosh darn it. I've got to go get a wrench. Hold on a second. Alright, there we go. So that's facing upward. Now we just put the engine generator beneath it, and it should hook up to the conductive pipe here. So engine generator. Should we start seeing something happen? Oh, no, because these aren't on. Alright, let's power this up. We should start seeing power flow. Quarry should start moving again here any minute now. Unless I broke something. No, okay, yeah, there we go. It is working! It is working! It is not creating a whole bunch of power. It is not creating near enough power, I don't think. Although it is... Okay, so it is filling up. Let's get all the systems going. And actually, something else you guys pointed out that I didn't even think of is that charcoal is like 1/4 the EMC of regular coal, so we can be making regular coal in this machine so much slower. If we switch to charcoal, it would be so much faster. However, there is a safety risk involved in that. You know, these things could get overpowered and blow up, but I'm not too sure that's going to happen because, again, even if it is just creating charcoal, follow with me on this. Let me see if I can get a sapling. But follow me on this one real fast. Why am I making a sapling? We're not going to do that. No. Anyway, what am I trying to say here? There's 4 machines. We've got 4 engines going. It'll take 64 pieces of dirt, I believe, if I'm right about charcoal. Take 64 pieces of dirt to create a single piece of charcoal. And that has to be sent out to 4 different machines. I highly doubt the machine is going to produce enough charcoal to overload the system and cause it to explode. It is a possibility. Alright, I'll give you that. It could happen. But I just don't think it is that big of a threat. Do I have any charcoal in this place? 32. So it is 32. So yeah, it is 1/4 the price of a regular piece of coal. So we can definitely be creating that faster. But again, I don't know if it's going to be that damaging, you know, considering it is only taking up 1/4 of the space. It is being divided into 4 different machines. So I don't know. There might be a safety hazard. I don't think there is. We'll go ahead and put charcoal in here, though, and get it to work doing that. Because, yeah, and then we'll start the system back up. This will start mining again. Fantastic mining operations should be underway. There's probably just some server-side lag there. I wouldn't worry about that. The macerator is full and ready to go. So I guess if we were to put... We need to get a sample of each ore. That's our new problem. We have to have at least one sample of each ore. Why did it dig so funny like that? Maybe it went into a cave, I guess. In order for the sorting machine to actually work, there'll have to be a sample of each ore type in here, which I might have some of each back at the house, although I'm not really quite sure. One other thing I could do to limit the system, to make sure that there's not a whole bunch of coal going. Oh, I just got an idea. I could create a redstone timer. And it would only activate the engine every so often, which means that it would kind of stifle the flow of coal. Oh, dude. Well, this is a very good idea. This is a very good idea. Okay, all the machines are running. Let's shut this off for now. That is actually kind of brilliant. Tick. It activates. It goes. And then what else could we do? We need to make... Alright, so we're done for now. We're done for now. We got the macerator up. I'm going to put the sampling of each ore in here so that we'll be sure they'll all go in here. And then in the next video, we might overclock this and we might add a redstone timer. We'll see about that. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and go. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.